spot there.
Hey, welcome back to Suds and Buds podcast. I'm Buds,
I'm Suds.
and one of us gets drunk, the other gets blazed, and we talk about shit. How about
I
that?
guess which one's which.
Yeah, try to guess which one's which. But anyway, you just mentioned something interesting to me, just a couple seconds ago. Kesha.
So Buds, exciting news.
Yeah, so Suds, tell me this exciting news.
Kesha is back.
Kesha's back. Woohoo!
4 years.
Woohoo! I never thought I'd miss that dollar
Bob
sign.
is finally back.
I never thought I'd miss that dollar sign so much.
I know. Oh, I've missed dollar signs a lot in my life.
Right?
But she's back. She had this huge. I don't know the whole story, right? But like you touched on it too. Like she accused her manager or someone, like
of like sexual assault and
Yeah.
like
Right.
theft of like what was it? Intellectual property and shit like that. Like she stopped receiving royalties from her
Yeah.
music and from
shitty
like,
the
some
industry
shady
is.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like she's got like I thought she got like blackballed, basically.
Yeah, she got blackballed hard. And so she fought it, and she won, which is cool. Yeah, she won. She won independence, and she doesn't have to finish out her contract, which was going to be like another... Yeah, she won. She got out of like 5 years and like 2 albums or some shit like that.
It's been like 4 years since her last song. So
Well, see, she had signed like a 15 or 20 year contract, and she had fulfilled like a decent amount of it, I think, like at least like 7 years of it, because she was on the music scene on like local circuits and shit like that long before like TikTok ever became famous. So she was signed before that. It was just that was like the real big break that she had. As far as I know, I mean, she broke when I was still at USF, so that was some crazy times for me.
kind of blurry.
Yeah, just a little blurred. Just and
No, but I know her career story with the I forget who the main guy was, but the song "You Spin Me Right Round," like
fuck,
I'll
yeah, yeah, fuck, that Boy George looking guy, fucking Jesus, because I always got him and Boy George confused. I did not. They were like,
"You spin my hand
round, yeah.
right round."
Right, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
No, not like a record. That's the other Boy George song.
No,
that's like the '80s song.
There's you. Yeah, wait, which one are you talking about? There's "You Spin Me Round" by. Fucking,
yeah.
God damn.
The Record Baby is like the old band from the '80s.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Which one are you talking about? Hello? Hey, welcome back. That was interesting.
Some technical difficulties.
So a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm gonna put a little song there, just because you're gonna hear me go. Where'd you go? And then I'm just gonna put the music there. It's gonna be great. Yeah, it's gonna be like some Kenny G shit. Maybe we were just on a call for too long? I don't know. Does Skype have like time limits now?
I don't think so. So
they say, did they hear us talking about like fucking Congress in the last episode? Like what the hell?
They silenced us, Russia.
Yeah.
Russia.
This episode's like a couple of days, apart from the last episode, but for us it's only like a couple seconds, so they might have heard us.
So I just imagine like Muzak, like elevator jazz music, in place of our like technical difficulties.
Yeah, no, basically vaporwave. I'm going to be looking for some of that.
Yeah,
yeah.
But that reminds me, my brother, who's going, he's actually majoring in saxophone, is like this huge fan of like jazz and listens to jazz all the time.
You do know that like. For me, the saxophone is like the sexiest goddamn instrument on the planet.
I think it's for everyone, seriously.
Yeah, like I want to learn how to play it so bad. But yeah, your brother's majoring in this fucking thing.
Yeah, he's really good at it. But he listens to jazz like all the time. Like he studies it constantly. He listens to it constantly.
Yeah.
And it's super weird because one time I was like in his car and like his radio's on, and he's literally listening to like elevator music.
That's amazing.
Like I'm like, it was like late at night too. I'm like, if I listened to this music while driving, I'd be asleep. Like I don't know how you can listen to this and like stay cogent at this hour. But like that's what he's into. He just likes listening to jazz, including like that banal, smooth, like elevator music kind of jazz. I don't understand it. So maybe he says there's more complexity than I realize.
No, there really is. So I just recently finished at the conservatory.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, and part of it, like during my mastering classes, I asked about that stuff. I asked about like vaporwave and that old kind of like the '80s aesthetic, Muzak, and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
actually, one of the professors produces that kinds of music. Like actually writes and produces that shit, and he was just explaining how much fun it could be, just because it's faceless music. You're given total creative freedom. You know, they might see a name, but there's no band, there's no performances, there's no tours. You just get to make music, whatever you're feeling that day, whatever groove you're in, just make music. And I'm like, wow, that's fascinating. And so one of our very close friends, Crunchitized, we will be doing some electronic music here in the next few months, kind of vaporwave inspired. Vaporwave.
It's a really interesting sort of take, though.
Yeah. But this time, we're performing it. Like a lot of vaporwave artists, like that I've noticed at least, like Saint Pepsi and Macintosh Plus and whatnot. Like I don't really see those artists going on tour or whatnot. But we're gonna go on tour. We might take this music project a little too seriously.
Yeah, you think that's almost flies in the face of like vaporwave, this sort of faceless music?
Yeah. Okay, we're not gonna use our faces. That's the thing. Like, yeah. Just like here, y'all will never know my name. Like just letting you know, like I will always be.
Easy solution.
Yeah, it's just whatever. There's only so much information that I could give that people could figure out who I am, unless you already know me.
Never underestimate weaponized autism.
Weaponized autism.
People can find you if they're really dedicated to it.
This is true. This is very true. Suds and buds.
Even the smallest amount.
Even the smallest amount. This is gonna be interesting if someone actually finds out. I don't care, personally. Because what's someone gonna get if they steal my identity? Like, student loans and an empty debit account? Like, that's about it. That and a new car with fresh payments. Hey! Good job, you just put yourself in the hole.
That'd be super bad for me because I'm a U.S. congressman, but I won't say which state.
Okay. Yeah, no. I mean, all they know where you live, it's humid. That's a lot of the United States.
Yeah, there's a lot of congressmen in Texas. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
I mean, God, kill the feed. Kill the feed.
Kill the feed. Oh man, if you actually didn't say anything for like the next 5 minutes, I would I'd be like
hiding now.
I'd be like,
does it work?
Suds?
Fucking get him.
Suds? Where'd you go, Suds? Oh man.
The politician who drinks too much, that narrows it down.
Yeah, that never ends poorly.
You never.
Oh man.
Suds was apprehended today in a truck stop bathroom.
For a Trotsky-style abortion.
These are the times people come back for.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Woo! Shout out to all the horrible people out there. But if you can't laugh at a horrible thing, why would you laugh at anything?
Probably have a soul.
Yeah, right? You probably have a soul.
Who needs that?
Yeah. If you can't find horrible things funny, you're probably Christian.
Just gonna generalize like 75% of the American population.
Dude, including my own family, so you can shut up. Hey, we went to church together.
It's true.
We did the whole youth group thing.
Yeah, but you're veering close to if you're white, I know you feel this way. You can't tell me different.
Yeah, right. If you're white and you grew up in a suburban neighborhood, you've probably gone to youth group.
Might be a Jew.
Yeah. Well, you could be a Jew, but Jews and like because I've been to a couple of bar mitzvahs in my lifetime. Temples sometimes do have youth groups.
I can see them.
Yeah, like it's a thing. It's not common, but it's a thing.
We think Jews are pretty chill, but there's definitely some Jewish people who are very, very into it.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, just like how I see with every quote unquote religion, like I hate religion, but spirituality is pretty cool. The people who follow a religion spiritually, those are the cool people. Like you're talking about, like the chill Jews and Christians and whatnot. They're usually the ones who take the spirituality seriously. Not
chill Jews.
Yeah, the chill Jews. Hey, my family's from New York. Grew up on Metropolitan Avenue, man. Like, man, those delis. Whew, everything in New York is amazing. Anyway, shout out to the Big Apple, I guess.
But see, my family's from the opposite of that. They're from a very humid rural area.
Yeah.
My mom did not eat a bagel until she was in college.
Oh shit.
Like, people don't realize that. Like, in the deep South, people didn't know what bagels were.
Bagel. that was one of my first solid meals. It's a fucking bagel with cream cheese.
Like, not knowing what coffee is. It's like not knowing what cereal is. It's just so like foreign to even think about. But like,
well, it's the same thing with sweet tea in the North.
Oh, that's true.
You go to the Northwest and you order a sweet tea, like they bring you an unsweet tea and like a little thing of sugar.
That's what I just said. My mom has like so much trouble trying to find like sweet tea in some places. Either give her like tea from like a can.
Yeah, like a brisk or some shit.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Or like hot tea. And she's like, what's going on? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
I mean, it's just it attributes to just sheer not creativity, but like individuality of like fucking cultures, man.
Once my family went to the Melting Pot. So if you don't know, the Melting Pot is like a restaurant where they do like fondue and like all that stuff.
It's like family style, right?
Yeah.
It's like just big ass fucking plates of food
and yeah. My parents ordered tea, and they say, "Oh, we don't have tea. Our tea machine is broken." First of all, what the fuck is a tea machine?
It's kind of like a soda machine, but it brews tea like a mass scale. I guess. I don't know.
Second of all, give me the tea bags. I can make tea on any table in this restaurant.
Yeah, this is true.
I do not have tea.
Just get, dude. They could even give you the fucking kettle because they bring out the fondue. You have a fucking flame. You can even heat your own kettle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Any table can make tea. And they're like, "Oh, our tea machine's broken." What? I don't know. That was just such like a strange experience to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I love tea. Like, I'm a tea drinker. I'm not a coffee drinker anymore.
I'm just very passionate about it, like, theoretically.
Yeah. Nice. Well, Jesus. Well, that's okay. You're a coffee drinker then, I guess?
No,
coffee or nothing. Shits. Coffee gives you the shits. Well, it's a diuretic.
It is.
I mean, that's a big word. Anyway,
it actually means it makes you piss a lot.
Yeah. Well,
it's both. It gives you diuretic and diarrhea.
Well, it doesn't. Don't diuretics just also make your anus feel like it's about to just spray everywhere? when it's not actually going to. Like,
that sounds like a personal issue.
That might have been a really extreme example of what diuretics do, but like, if you drink 4 cups of coffee, it does really feel like your ass is just gonna start fucking sprinkler spraying.
Oh yeah.
Just like.
I'm on the night shift now, and I still drink coffee because it makes me 1, have to shit, 2, have to piss, 2, 3, makes my stomach hurt, 4, makes me super anxious.
2, 3. 6, it makes you can't count.
Not a bit too smart.
SMRT. Oh man.
It's a lot, but like my life has improved since not drinking it, despite being tired.
True. Yeah.
People drink soda. That's like small doses.
Yeah, and it's like not as straight to your balls kind of energy.
Yeah, I don't need that in my life.
Some people do.
I don't need more energy to do stupid shit.
Nah, we're going to. We're gonna need it. Once we hit 30, we're gonna fucking need that.
I anticipate the shittiest episodes of this podcast will be when I drink soda along with my usual suds. Because it just gives me the energy to drink more.
This is true. Or you're just gonna start mixing liquor.
I'm not tired or sleepy or drunk at all. I should just drink more.
And then you get all 3 of those things like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, and then I fall asleep 10 minutes after we're talking.
Yeah. Like in the middle of conversation. By the way, Suds has done this to me before. He has fallen asleep in the middle of a conversation because he drank too much soda and beer.
You know. You gotta mix those childhood vices with those adulthood vices for the sweetest satisfaction in life.
Yeah, you gotta mix the child soda with the daddy sodas.
The adults, the daddy sodas.
That's what they called it in my house when we were growing up.
Yeah, I'm sure there's many households that call it that. So funny to me.
Daddy soda. Ugh. It's so embarrassing. That's what you get growing up in a Catholic household.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone like give one of my like younger siblings like a sip of beer when they were like a baby.
Oh.
Okay, try.
Let's party! Fucking.
Let's have this kid sip this and see what his reaction is.
Just imagine if Snapchat was around back then. Someone would have snapped that and would have said, "Partying with a baby, yeah."
Child Protective Services kid's called.
Yeah, seriously. And Child Protective Services. Oh. So we went from Kesha to drinking with babies this episode.
So back to the fundamentals. Kesha.
Yeah, so Kesha. The longest tangent on the internet.
Kesha has released her first single in 4 years, and I'm excited. I love Kesha.
You know, I'm actually excited too. I'm kind of interested to hear to hear it. Just because
I know Kesha's like typical vapid pop music, but I love Kesha. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, I listen to Owl City, so it's not as vapid as, you know, what Kesha used to do. But now she's not like tied down by a record label, I think, anymore, or at least like the label or someone that she's working with isn't as like asshole as, you know, her last
literal rapist.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm interested to see what like her actual vision for her music is like.
Yeah,
because it might be totally different. It might be totally from left field.
This song is totally different.
It is.
It's called Prayer or Praying. Personally, I don't like it. I'm excited she's back, but I don't like her song. But it is very meaningful. It is very deep. You can tell that just by like listening to it. Yeah. So it is this like new start. So I'm excited about that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm genuinely happy you're back, but I'm still gonna only clap out of pity.
Yeah, like I saw her like music video on YouTube. I'm like, oh, I should watch this and like this. And then I watched it. I'm like,
I can't morally like this.
yeah, basically, I mean, it's not a bad song. It's just not
Yeah.
not my
No.
not my bag, man.
Yeah. So it's not a moral dilemma. It's just meh.
I mean, it's about prayer, and I don't agree with that
True.
sentiment.
Yeah.
But sure, but yeah, I just don't identify with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, she is like oddly Christian, isn't she?
I don't know.
Or oddly spiritual in that kind of
She's
sense.
spiritual. I don't think she's necessarily Christian, but she's pretty spiritual.
Yeah, and
she is.
I mean, okay. I mean, you be you. I'm okay with it. Not gonna say anything. Just as long as you don't force me to believe what you believe. That's all I care.
Right. But yeah, the dollar sign in her name is because she was before she like was Kesha, she was like the side vocals in like "You Spin My Head Right Round Right Right When You Go Down," like that song. She was the female vocals, and she was like, "Yeah, I would like walk to the grocery store and hear my voice everywhere, but I like made no money off that song, so that's why I put the dollar sign in my name to like be ironic."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was.
Oh.
But it's an interesting factoid.
Oh.
But apparently she's not like as dumb as she looks or sounds.
Oh. Sorry.
Apparently
yeah, no, she's apparently like super. Well, she has really good rhetoric. Like she could speak well, and like she understands the subjects that she speaks of.
Yeah, apparently she got like a 1500 on the SAT.
Yeah,
back when it was still at a 1600, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but she never went to college, did she?
I don't know.
I don't think she went to college. I think she just like started doing music like right out of high school.
Yeah, but clearly more intelligent than you would assume, I think.
Yeah. She's not your, I mean, I don't want to like guess, but to be honest, Ariana Grande doesn't really seem like she's the smartest, tool in the shed.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem like she's the smartest, like the brightest knife in the drawer.
Yeah, rumor has it she's very full of herself, if anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's very generous. I mean, look at what happened when her concert and everything happened in London,
True.
Or Manchester. Yeah, in Manchester, like when that shit happened. She went like right back as soon as she possibly could. Like, she's got a big heart and everything. I'm not calling her like, disingenuous or anything like that. I feel that she's like a real person, but she doesn't really seem all that bright.
Yeah, I mean, she's commendable. I mean, it's certainly brave to like have a concert right after that sort of thing happened. That's definitely
oh yeah.
That's not a strength, but I mean,
yeah, that's kind of like dumb courage, though, to be totally honest.
Yeah, but like it's like not a stance to say you're against terrorism.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, there are some. Well, okay. Let me put it to you this way, people. Before I, because I know I'm going to piss people off. My political views are centrist. I am down for a compromise as long as it doesn't hurt too many people.
Rational centrist.
Exactly. I believe in rationalism and logic. And I believe that if we humans put our fucking egos aside, we can finally, actually do something. I'm not saying that we have to put our opinions aside, because we're always going to be individuals and we're always going to have opinions. So I'm not like a hippie and let's just all get along. No, we're going to have enemies. We're going to fight. But we have to put that fucking ego aside. That's my political stance. Boom. I didn't vote in the last election because fuck everybody. Like, and before that it was Gary Johnson for the two elections I could. So it's like, you see where I sit. I would rather have a dude who's totally honest about his, inability to run a country with 300 million people, but he'll do his best, than people who think that they can do it. It's because the moment that you think you can run this fucking country is the moment that you will fucking fail.
Hence
like that.
Trump.
Yeah, hence fucking Trump.
not trying to get super political here, but I don't think he ever expected to win. He just expected to get like a following and people being like, yeah, he could run the country. And then when he actually had to run the country, he's like, oh, this is kind of harder than I thought initially.
Yeah, and now he's really fucking scrambling for the ropes in the only ways that he knows, which is bolstering himself.
Right.
And in that, he's allowing for like his daughter to be exposed for like some horrendous conditions in her fucking like factories and shit for her clothing line and stuff. Like, oh man, whew, there's some crazy shit. But anyway, like, fucking, there are some libtards out there.
Oh yeah.
Some fucking SJW fucking goddamn cuckold libtards out there.
Cuckold libtards.
Who are
left and right. Obviously, there's people who are too far on one side.
Yeah, exactly. There's an extremist for everything. But the people who say that, like, Islam isn't a problem, you're idiots. All of you are fucking morons. Because that leads to issues like the Islamophobia shit that we have, where you have people coming out and trying to say that not all the blah 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 blah, and they try to defend this shit, and they come out with like defensive statements during like terrorist attacks. What the fuck, man? like during the whole Manchester thing, I was watching I was just watching some coverage of it, and there were people trying to defend Muslims after that, and I'm just like, okay, you can defend your friends, but don't defend their religion, for God's sake.
Well, yeah, but like that's the thing.
Because the problem isn't the fundamentals of religion. Because Jainism, the fundamentals of Jainism is pure nonviolence. Just like Sam Harris puts it, the more fundamental you get as a Jain, the less and less we have to worry about you.
Sam Harris? You mean the Islamophobe racist?
Yeah, right? Oh my god. Sam Harris is an incredible mind for our time. Just putting that out there.
He is, but he's one of those people who states things so bluntly, he gets misunderstood.
Yeah, which is why I love him. Because he's kind of at the forefront, because then it was like him and Christopher Hitchens that were like the super blunt, just, they're going to call you an idiot if they feel it's necessary. You know? And then you have your Richard Dawkins and like Lawrence Krauss and Brian Cox, who were like the teachers, of that rhetoric.
Even Dickie D has gotten in some trouble stating things pretty bluntly on Twitter. Like, he's someone who states things like as he thinks he should, but he doesn't always consider tact.
Yeah.
So he's in that group too, I think.
To be totally honest, I appreciate those types of people, because if nobody says, if they're not saying it, nobody will. I mean, I will. Fucking obviously, I just fucking prove that.
Yeah,
I'm kind of grouping myself in that. Like,
I mean, to clarify, I am not. I mean, I'm sure I'm speaking for you. I'm not anti-Muslim.
Yeah, no. Like, Muslim people, I understand that there are peaceful Muslims. I have no problem with the culture. The culture of Islam 1,000 years ago gave us the concept of zero, algebra, astronomy, all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Algebra is an Arabic word.
Yeah, basically anything starting with al is probably Arabic in origin. Algebra, algorithm, alcohol. Yeah, anything begin with al, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that culture is going through an unfortunate period in its history.
It's true.
Because if you realize the religion of Islam came out almost like, I think it was fucking like it was almost like 1,000 years after the culture of Islam rose. Like, because the culture of Islam was like the center of technology and scientific advancement for like the longest fucking time. And then this dude, like, this book comes around in fucking 589 or some shit, saying that this dude that you can't even paint a picture of, like, said that he was the last prophet and listen to me or I'll slaughter everybody. And all of a sudden people started believing him. Like, it was like, this is kind of like the last three monotheistic religions with even more crazy ideas.
Right. I mean, and to be fair, you can subscribe, very violent, crazy, inappropriate ideals to most major religions, not just Islam.
Oh yeah, just read the Old Testament.
But also, to quote Sam Harris, Islam is the motherlode of bad ideas.
Yes, it is the motherlode of bad ideas.
I mean, I know many Muslims. I have many Muslim friends. During high education, obviously, there's a lot of Muslims involved in it, and actually, not most of them, but all of them I've met are fine, totally nice people who I get along with. Like, I don't have any qualms with them.
Yeah.
But they're also second generation. They're also Americanized. They grew up in America, not in some culture that's totally steeped in Islam.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't grow up, wearing the traditional garb or, spending time in Saudi Arabia.
Right. And if you read the Quran, it's a terrible book. To be fair, if you read the Bible and take it literally, it's also a terrible book.
Yeah, just look at, like, Westboro Baptist Church and, like, some really crazy fundamentalist sects of Christianity.
That's what angers me. It's people say, these terrorists are not true Muslims. It's like, why? They're following the commandments of their book. The Westboro Baptist Church, they're being literal. The people who are disagreeing, the Westboro Baptist Church are the true Christians, actually. The are not.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, the Catholic Church says that they are the true Christians, and a lot of, like, non-denominational churches will be like, we're true Christians. It's like, no. The crazy extremist fundamentalist groups are the true version of your religion.
They're taking it literally.
Yeah, they're taking that book that you supposedly worship, but you truly cherry pick. They take that shit literally.
Exactly.
God damn. I pointed that out to I think it was my mom recently. We were just having some sort of discussion because she was just like, yeah, your dad and I, we went to Bible study, blah blah blah, and I made an audible noise. And and she goes, what? I was just like, so you go to Bible study to study what your religion is about, right? And she goes, yeah, about what my faith is and everything. And I'm like, okay, are you going to follow every single word to the T? She goes, no. I'm like, well, then you're not a real Christian. She goes, what? And I'm like, yeah, you're not a real Christian if you're not going to follow that exactly to the T.
I forget exactly who said it. But it was some famous, sort of atheist personality that said everyone should read the Bible because nothing will make you an atheist faster.
Fucking Penn Jillette.
Is that Penn Jillette? I think
yep, that was Penn Jillette. That sounds familiar. Yeah, that was on The Big Think. It was like 2 years ago or some shit. The YouTube channel, The Big Think.
That's like
it's one that I watch.
I've heard that years ago.
Yeah, so this isn't just like a shameless plug or anything. Like I saw him repeat it on The Big Think. I think he said it before in some interview or some, like, I don't know. He was doing some like college tour speaking or some shit. But yeah, it was Penn Jillette. Dude.
Good to know.
Yeah, right. So Kesha, to atheism, to fucking politics. Man, this has been a good episode.
I mean, Kesha started it.
Yeah, Kesha started it as it should be. As the party should get kicked off with Kesha, as the night should end with Kesha.
Kesha is the alpha and omega.
She is my god. I am starting the Church of Kesha right now, right here, right now. You heard it on episode 2 of Suds and Buds podcast. The Church of Kesha started right here.
I mean, I'm drinking plenty of wine in Kesha's honor.
Yes, this is the Church of $S.
Key $ ha.
Key $ ha. Yes. Yes, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Anyway, this has been a good episode. I think this is a good place to end it, right?
Yeah, please donate to the Church of Keshaism.
Please donate to the Church of Kesha. We will have a P.O. box set up here soon. But for now, just email and call your local representative and tell them how much of a fucktard they are. Anyway, regardless, have an awesome day. This has been Buds.
And this is Suds.
And we're signing off. Oh,